Sanbonan. Aba ayalew amlak. Uherisekem ankamun silo samanzi uzinyo lengwenya uboya bengwe. Uchaye ngumbono utukutu mandlana udla umvubu ukhipha utyede. Mzukulwana wamabhele lo okhubona olanga lokulunga omafongwenya. Odlambulo nombikazi. Ndaba ezitha. Bakwethu, we've been away for some time. Awuphela nathi siyawadla ama-festive. Besayobona iy'ngane emakhaya siyolima. Silimile thina silima umbila namakhabishi nama-anyanisi. Mongabona amabrinjalo wami Mthembu angaka amnyama thu. Bheka-ke for those who are celebrating Christmas, New Year and the festive season, happy festivities or happy New Year, happy Christmas. Nkosi yami ningixolela ngiyazi le language. But I hope you all had a blessed festive season. I hope you were all happy. I hope you families got together, remembered what is most important about life. That is human connection, you know. We can drive cars, we can have big houses, we can do this and that. But if we don't have human connection, life is useless, you know. For those who are starting a new year, good luck for the year. I wish you all the best. May all your plans come through in the name of His Majesty. Nalaba ke abanjengathi who started the year 3 months ago. Springtime is over, bakwethu. Isikhathi sokuplana siphelile, isikhathi sokutshala, sokuplanta ama-seeds is over. Now it's time to maintain the garden, water it, weeding, cleaning, maintenance, because it's summer. Kuyashisa bakwethu. Uzosithola ispinach sakho silele because awusinakekelanga. Make sure all that you wished for, you apply the effort to achieve. Don't just wish for it. Bakwethu ngingekakhulumi kakhulu. Ngiphethe intombi lana enhle. Ngibona unama-dreads la ekhanda ufana nami. Uzawusho ukuthi umamrasta noma umam-Afrika. Kunama-chakrahani phela eSouth Africa manje. Uzawusho wena ukuthi which category? I'm not in the habit of introducing my guests. I think she can do justice by introducing herself. Ntombi, welcome.
Yabonga. Ngikhethiwe uMthawelanga. Ngidalwa eMpumalanga, ngichamuke eMpumalanga. And ngimntwana wetinzawo wokulahleka lotitholako. Ngifika la ngifikiswa khona. Sihamba siyaniketwa amagama kulethi inhlobo of places that we come from as we have returned. So I can relate to say ukhethiwe, uDawura, uLulo, uMthawelanga, uMndawe, uMasilela, uMahlangu, uMbiba. All my lineages, whoever they were, they're still in my blood. So I accept them, but I still question.
Oh, accept, but still question. I like that. And I'd like us to start it there. Ngoba kusho wena. Accept, but question. Angazi ngithi gogo, ngithi what title do you use? Uyisangoma, uthwasile, uyinyanga, umthakathi, umfundisi. How do you classify yourself, or how do you put yourself out there?
I'm known as ugogo khethiwe. Ngagugiswa ke ngoba vele sizalukazi sitalukati leti enda imisebenzi yabogogo asiphili simanje manje. Angikho enzaweni where I can say I proudly accepted ukuthwasa. I'm watching. I'm a watcher of what the processes have become, but they don't resonate with me. Siyandluliswa, we cross over. So I have crossed over. I am still to enter the houses that want to cross me over, and I think it's unending. So angifuni ukuyidefine mina ukuthi ngimephi.
Accept, but question. Ngisaselapho. You are not in a position of being proud to say ngithwasile. I'm hurt. Like I'm taken aback. Ngine-bipolar ntombi yazo. So inokuvela sometimes i-bipolar yam. I'm on the other pole now, the devil's advocate. I'm really hurt. In fact, I feel like saying to you, ngicela uthathe into zakho uphume la kwami. Njani uthi you are not in a position of being proud to say uthwasile? Are you aware ukuthi nginyanga ngithwasile? Are you aware ukuthi ngugobela ngiyathwasisa? And you're sitting there and telling me that you are in a position of not being proud ukuthi uthwasile. Before I tell you how I feel about that, how do you think that makes me feel?
I think it confirms that sibaningi abasibambe bangasikhoni, not because we can say umuntu unamandla, or because to me that doesn't make sense. Kunezinto ezingabanjwa, zibanjwa izinto, things, entities. So basibamba basithwasisa siphunyuke. And how do we say ngiyenze ngaqeda? Ngicede kuphi? Bangakamamelanga lento ekimi ethi yona lona akaye la. Nokuthi mina ngithini mekuthiwa ukuthi ngiye la. So in terms of questioning is within the midst, you ask ukuthi ngenziwani, not because it's me, but the things that I carry that they claim they see, Gobela. Are they listening to it? So I've questioned it, and I've been in and out. I respect the process, and I respect the people who know what they're doing. Ukudlulisa abantu mara bandlulisa babayekele babakhulule.
Intombi ngishaya induku. Phela kumele ngikhulumele impintshi zami. I have to stand for my comrades. Webo Gobela. Isijwayela kabi le ntombi le. Ntombi, uthi Tina, we don't want to let go of you. Tina, we see and hear these things, but we don't listen and apply what we are told because Ntombi, first of all, you came to my house ugula, right?
Njalo.
You came to my house ugula ngikubizanga. You came claiming to me, hey mkhulu, ngakuphupha, hey mkhulu, nebhayi lakho lelo ligcokile, ukhona omunye. Endumbeni yami. And then suddenly, she remembers everything she sees endumbeni yami is everything that she dreamt about. And ukonfirmisa indoda yakho uthi baby uyakhumbula nayi le nale zebra lengiyiphuphile, uyakhumbula nayi nalento engiyiphuphile. Now you came to me and told me that angikwazi. Next thing, I have to welcome you into my house. I have to share my space with you. I have to share my knowledge with you. I have to expose my skill to you. At the same time, I have to expose my life to you.
Yeah.
Because you're constantly here. Yay! Nginomfazi. You see every aspect of my relationship nomfazi wami. I have my girlfriends umfazi mayingekho. You see that. Mangishubelisile la endlini, you are there. Some of you niyasincedisa. Umfazi mayingena ngogate A nikhipha ugirlfriend ngogate B. Do you understand? You are so intimate into our lives as abogobela. And then you sit there and say, We don't want to let you go and control. What are you saying?
What I'm saying, mkhulu, ukuthi siyatibita. When I come ngigula ngita kuwe, ngibonisiwe. Ungibitile in the spirit.
Mean.
Ungibitile.
Mean.
So, and it's not that ungibita awungati.
Angibati ntombi. Hey, semkhulu bisatike manje.
Uyabona, so it, in a way, it's like back in the memory. Siyakhumbula. Ngifikela kuwe, ngike ngayiphila, whether bokunguwe or it was another past life of yours, or amakhehla akho lebakakhona exista, la wa trainer my people at the same time. So I think it's so diverse, it's not always the same. But because we are in this physical time now, I still come as a child and I have to respect langena khona. And kuloko lotok accept her when, because you don't have to accept me. For me to be exposed to all of you, you've not been prepared for another human being to come and take from the building or the happening of the skill or the tasks that you are embedded with. But am I not just another soldier in addition to building that? And if I am, make me work. Teach me and make me work, because siyakha. And once sakhile, lento siyakhile akusiyo yami ngoba ngifikele kwakho. So haven't I helped to build what I found you building? Isn't that my training?
So ufuna ama-shares manje esigodlweni. Ngeke. Nina mathwasa nina problem nina. Nina entitlement. You come to us, Gobela, nibukele YouTube, nibukele Unpopular Opinion, nibukele ban kuma TikTok. And you come to us with so much expectations. You basically come to us knowing why you're here. And you expect us to listen to what you know about why you are here. Chomi Arotwas. There is a group of Izangoma in South Africa today called Abo Chomi Arotwas. Utwasile wena. And then now you influence all your other friends. Free alcohol every weekend. Which is a fact.
Yeah.
Which I'm still waiting for bipolar. I'm coming on this side again. I'm still waiting for Izangoma to show me the reason why so much ridiculous amounts of alcohol are forced on Amatwasa to buying imisebenzi. I'm still waiting for the ancestral reason for why itruck ye brewery kumele izorivesela kwaGobela makuyintwaso or kuphahlwa or kwenziwani kwenzelwa uThwasa, who's sick first of all, already struggling to put together money to get through the process. Already struggling to keep the family maintained outside the process. And then when ufuna thenge half of SAP, I'm still waiting for the ancestral reason why Gobela benza kanjalo. But anyway, angikho lapho. Jump back to my Paula. Nine mathwasa nina. Niyatselela. Nifike emitini yethu, nifune kusibusa. Right?
Yeah.
You come to me thinking that you already know why you are here. When I teach you, you oppose my teaching. When I correct you, you feel abused. When I say this is not done, you say I'm infringing upon your freedoms. You have rights. I can't really be fluent in French on camera. But who the flying fish gave you the right to have rights in another man's house?
Good question. Bangena bagula. Bayagula ngithi. Bafika kuwe bagula. Once umuntu afika, I mean, we addicted to elevation and consciousness and growing.
Okay.
Once afika umuntu abone all of that laid out, and ucabanga ukuthi they can pick and become. kugula labantu labamlethile. So I'm saying that when I was saying earlier ukuthi bantu bayabanjwa bayathindwa, that's the molding, that's the twasa. But laba labakulethe lapho bafuna kulashwa nabo. Lo mntwana, she or he has no right to say what
must happen.
You know, or even using the systematic rights which people are given now in the democratic countries. He shouldn't speak. So if she can communicate or he can communicate what it is they are saying in their crazy and tell you ogobela, and you like, okay, I see this. When awukhulumi awuna opinion, usigulwana ngithi. So I think that which we come with, which we've carried from all of these things that have been planted, which is indoctrination, it's ego, it's that itself needs to be healed, and it shouldn't be because it shouldn't be in the conversation. So if guyangami, the level of control that should be there should be don't speak. Do not speak unless gukhuluma
laba bakulethela.
Yeah.
Ntombi, ngiyayijumpa futhi ifence ngiza ngapha. I like what you're saying. I love what you're saying. I've been through intwaso nami. More than once. I'm here to learn. I'm not here to question. But we started off this conversation by accept but question. Ngisemzini wenyanga ke manje. Na inyanga ngize ngigula. Every morning unginika a bowl of porridge, whatever. Uthi ngiyoyifaka kuleya room leya. Akungeni bantu lapho. Nami ngingangeni. I must just open the door, ngibeke le bowl ye porridge ngivale. Mara ngingayibeki le porridge lapha isashisa, kumele ngiyipholise kuqala. Ngiyipholise and mangiyipholisa kumele ngicule ingoma ethize. Understand? How ke le thongo la, how ke le wetongo la, how ke le wetongo la, thongo la, kumele ngiyicule kayi-8 leyo ngoma. Repeating kayi-8. Mangiqeda ngifake lento lapha, ngibheke phambili. Ngingabheki, ngivale. Now, inyanga ingitshela kanje. Do I not question that act, that instruction?
You know, I would say mesbuka the gods, the creation, whichever form they are, uNkulunkulu. That's the source. That's the driving source. Go to ulethiwe lapho. I can maybe speak of the hierarchy of my ancestors, madloti ami, and all of that. But where are the answers? Mina mengithi I will question that which is aligned with me in the cycle of the universe, because it knows better than those that lived, that died and became part of the earth again. Because clearly it's incomplete. Abakaqedanga. So to what point can they give me the answers?
Full answer.
I can't question you. So if I'm troubled, because you are building me. I would question that which to me I'd say is God. To answer, and if he's gonna answer or it or they or then he should come through you as well. So I can't be questioning you because you have arrived and you are at a higher form to train me.
I like how you
So
think.
we're questioning the wrong people. We're
questioning
fighting
we're fighting the wrong enemy.
Yeah.
I like what you're saying. Mina ngithwase different places, different people, different traditions. Sitting here, I'm thankful for each and every experience that I've been through. Each and every experience. I don't believe in duality. I don't see the world good and bad, light, dark. I see the world in unitary form. I see the world as one. It is what it is. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You cannot separate what is into something that is not. So whatever experience I gained there taught me something and led me to be where I am now. I will say I've had great teachers. I will say that. Great teachers. But the greatest teacher is always what you go through and experience and allow yourself to learn. They say experience is the greatest teacher and the world is the biggest classroom, you know?
Yeah.
Having said that, I've seen things. I've experienced things. I've seen how people work. And all of that has been a lesson for me. Oh, okay. That results in this, and that results in that, and that results in this. And I must now choose my path.
Yeah.
You know? And give thanks to every single teacher that taught me, whether directly or indirectly, whether intentionally or unintentionally, you know? Coming back to Twasa no Gobela ke manje. As ugobela mina, wena uTwasa, what is the expected relation or interaction between the two of us?
I see isigodlo endumbeni or indawo yakagobela as a womb space. So mengikuthi ngiyalethwa mina esibelethweni semuntu umama, not making it a gender issue, but umama. So umsebenzi wamama yini? Like, how do you suckle from the breast? And I mean, she creates this nutrition. This is the machine, her body. And question what is feeding me. And how do I say this is how the womb is supposed to operate when this is a mysterious thing? Like how do we live in water and breathe? And when we come out, we breathe in something else. So la uzongireleasa khona, I should be what I had come here to evoke. So the questioning itself is weird. I think it shouldn't be a matter of questioning where you've been put to grow. You're questioning yourself because it's self-work.
Repeat that. You shouldn't be questioning where you are put to grow. It's not a question of where you are. It's self-work. You must question yourself.
It's self-work. Okay. But what is we spoke of methodology, the structures, because we had these things, they were existing. And for that discipline to be reinstilled, because we are kunjudwa. We are being reminded. Awazi lutho angithi, and lokho kwaziyo uyakwazi, but lokho ufuna ukwazi lana ukwazi. And so allow that memory, whether it comes with negatives or, because angeke ngithi ugobela wami naye umuntu uzoyenza ama mistake, and those mistakes the same process, because siyalaphana okusalayo. What I'm bringing in, even though it's not my business, because we're not in the same levels. However, it is healing you.
Somewhere. It's teaching you a lesson. Can I jump over on this side again? Mina nginamadlozi amakhulu. Mina. Amadlozi wami amakhosi. Akhulu amadlozi wami. And inyanga eziningi nabogobela abaningi angeke bakwazi ukungithwasisa, angeke bangikhone. because idlozi lami linamandla and ngile kumkhulu uDlamini lapha ngambona ukuthi hayi amadlozi wakhe yena weak. Ngaya
Yeah.
kumkhulu uMthembu ngabona ukuthi no amadlozi wakhe yena ayi angeke angikhone, they're not strong enough. Ngaya kugogo Mndawe, hayi ugogo Mndawe hayi amadlozi wakhe naye ngeke angikhone ngoba mina amadlozi wami makhulu. What do you say to that?
I say we are a puzzle. We fit in. I mean, the whole concept of the end, if there's such, one of the endings is complete cycles, yet they complete and they start again because everything we see is circles, it's semantics. So leyo ndawo oyiphethe and leyo ndawo ephethwe ulo asiyindawo ezifanayo. Umkhulu lapho kuleyo ndawo angeke ulawule ulo omkhulu kulenye indawo, because hence I'm saying that there's something about it being symbiotic at some point, but in it being symbiotic, like I love what I learned recently, that the whole reason or part of the reasons why plants grow, because we told of photosynthesis and what, but we haven't seen that it's the sound, it's the birds
Exactly.
that make
They
this
sing for them in the morning.
Exactly, the stomata cells to open and take in and create oxygen. And so us as humans, we need that constant opening of portals and to feed in. And those are the teachers that specialize in that science to open that. And at that point, you are bigger because you are the opener of that. So umkhulu. But angifiki kuwe ngithi ngimkhulu, nginamadlozi amakhulu. And if you don't see that and umkhulu at that point, then that's where siyasabela la kufuna sisabele khona. There always have to be a surrendering and
There always has to be a surrendering. Ukusabela.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Tombi, I'm coming back on this side now. That narrative is so full in our cycles today, Abantu saying bona banamadlozi amakhulu, bona amadlozi wabo bani banamadlozi wamandawo bona, banabalozi bona, banamangoni, banani bona, amadlozi wabo aseyintabeni, amadlozi wabo. I personally believe, this is me now, Abba, not the devil's advocate. I personally believe that not a single person in this world has idlozi lakhe. Maybe proven wrong, but please try. Nobody in this world has idlozi lakhe. Anginalo idlozi lami, awunalo elakho. Because idlozi is a unifying, universal conscious energy that exists in everything. Everything. A stone, a tree, water, birds, cows, sheep, humans, yonke into. This bookshelf inedlozi. Because somebody applied energy to it, captured it, and now it's there. It's going to stand there for the longest time. You understand? Idlozi now is that energy that is applied, that permeates, that surrounds everything in existence. So ukwazi ukuba nedlozi lakho. Number two, I don't believe personally now. I'm not saying this is gospel truth for everybody. I'm not a preacher. I personally stand by this. Your ancestors who are now dead and buried will remain dead and buried, because we're speaking about the physical body. That's going to remain dead and buried. But the conscious awareness, the spirit, that energy, that does not go to death. It can't die. But because now it's back in energetic form, You cannot differentiate it from the greater energetic source. Therefore, what you call ugogo wako, umkhulu wako, who came in a vision or in a dream, is actually the source using an image familiar to you in order to communicate with you. That's my personal belief. And I stand by that. I may be proven wrong, but please try. Right? Having said that, I cannot have idlozi elikhulu kunelakho. Awukwazi ukuba nedlozi elikhulu kwelikadlamini. UDlamini akanalo idlozi elincane kwelikaMthembu. Because we are basically all speaking about the same invisible energy that comes from one source. Right?
I hear you.
So we all share idlozi. That's why I can meet you and help you with things that you are struggling with, that you have overlooked, one, forgotten, two, are not aware of. That's why I was Inyanga what's happening with you and your life and your history. Because we are all tapped into the same energetic grid. It's one electricity that is coming into the house, but this one electricity is lighting the fridge, the camera, the mic, the computer, the stove, the geyser, yonke is all powered by this one electricity. Now, can the fridge say, my electricity is greater than the one in the toaster? And the one in the toaster, can it say, my electricity is superior than the one lighting the light? And the light, can it say, because I bright up, I'm more important than the TV that they watch? And the TV that they watch, can it say now, I'm more important than the microphone that recorded the voice so that we can watch it on TV? We're talking about one electric current here. 230, 220 or 230 volts is going into each household. More than that, we are exploder in. It's controlled. So every single household in South Africa has 220 or 230 volts operating washing machine, when a microwave, when a stove, when a dryer, charge my phone. You understand? With that one electric current. I believe that is it. What's your take on that?
Sure. I so believe in what you just said, and how you've aligned it. I wish we were taught that. I wish all curriculums can dissipate because they're nothing. It's distraction, because that's all we need to know. Source, channeling, where these things should operate. It's an operation. And it's a building, and life, death, coming back. Do we know what is happening, where this is going? Why are we moving around in circles? Are these circles becoming circles themselves? I mean, looking into whatever they say that the planets are. It's infinity, but still everything is rotating somehow. So I feel in addition to taking that teaching and accepting it because it makes sense to me, I feel that what we are missing here is the channelers. We are missing the handlers of the sciences who distribute, as you're speaking of the electric current in its existence. But now, mesibiza, angithi vele we're speaking now, we're using language in this timeline and forms that we're in. Sibizelani abantu, sibizelani amagama neibongo. When that source takes up a form to show itself. Why? Because not being religious, because I'm not religious. Unkulunkulu magathi I am the great. Then we use words like omnipotent, omniscience. Then who are we calling? I think Nakona, the universe and its elements are fearful for us. Hence, they have to come to our level. But now, are we keen enough? Are we receiving that much zeal to realize ukuthi kufane ukuthi at some point sikhule nathi sisabe
It
ukuthi
goes beyond
angiyazi,
that.
I know not what I'm calling, but it is. And I like how, just to make an example, the religion of the Jews, they would say you don't call Yah. It's silent. It's criminal for you to
call it.
Why? The mystery to it. But then again, it's sound. I would rather we go back to our sound vibrations, our humming, because yazini siyakhuluma. So I'm trying to call up to you through sound, through rhythm, through drum, ingoma, because ngizokubiza ngithi ubani. Hence, if I call those that you appear with, I'm also just taking up a level which has a higher level beyond that. It depends on how much we want to grow.
It's tapping into frequencies that pre-exist.
I wish we were taught in that manner, because it would just cancel all the distractions and the devil who's the ego.
Let's get there, because it all ties up to that. If we can understand that we are all affected by the same spirit, the same source, the same energy. In emunyangeni sithi impande, igodlo, impande ngeimpande, igodlo ngeigodlo, right? They would fall to a realm of redundancy. They would. I'm going to be very unpopular now. If I was president of the country, the Institute of Inyanga, bengizoyivala for the next 15 years. Shut it down. It has proven itself useless. It has proven itself ridiculous. It has proven itself game manje. Stupid things are happening in a space space obunyanga, ebungomeni, which is supposedly to be so sacred, which is supposedly supposed to be so respected, which is supposedly supposed to be such a place where you only find high vibrating people. And let me tell you, unfortunately, let me look straight to this camera. Ngikhuluma nawe gogo, nawe mkhulu. Ngibhlungu, because 90% of you niyazazi manihlele emasofeni wenu, manilele embhedeni nibheka amasilingi wenu ukuthi anizona inyanga. You know yourselves. You know ukuthi you went through a process yokuthwasa, yes, because you were deceived either by inyanga enjengami okutshela ukuthi uyathwasa ungathwasi, but ungene uphethwe iflu. Yabona ilela dlozi lakho lashona liphethwe iTB. No, bengiphethwe iflu. Right? Many of you know la nihleli khona ukuthi anizona inyanga. That's why namhlanje sibona abantu bathi baya resign ebunyangeni. Boqashwe ubani so resign? Where's your employment form? Usibonise ke ne resignation letter yakho and show us ukuthi bowuhloka kubani madle bakho. 90% of you know ukuthi anizona inyanga. But because ninobuhlalu, ninamabhithi, nineindumba, nemisila yeinkomo, nemisila yami yeinkonkone eindumbeni zenu, nizibiza inyanga. Knowing very well ukuthi ayikho lento uyenzayo. You know. You want to tell me you are not aware ukuthi umuntu mayila endumbeni yakho umenzele irastation yamathambo. You are not aware ukuthi irastation yamathambo le uyenzayo. You've been doing it for 20 other people before. Harien letaula tsaro na vumani bo, harien letaula tsaro na vumani bo, di khomo tsa mletsa na diring vumani bo, marabu a di vumani bo, di tao tsona diring na vumani bo, di phuthi tsona diring na vumani bo. For how long are you going to carry on with that song? By the time I walk out of Indumba yako, I don't know what the fuck you said. Sorry for the French. All I remember is the poem ongenzele yona. Next thing umnika amaplastic wamakhathakhatha kumele niyohlaba iy'nkukhu. You know very well ukuthi ayikho lento uyenzayo. Why are you doing it? Why uthwasisa abantwana babantu bonke ubathwasisa isiZulu? You are not even Zulu wena kuqala.
Awuzazi.
Umsuthu wena uthwasisa abantwana babantu all nations ubathwasisa isiZulu. Usithatha phi isiZulu? Hayi amandawu, phela mina nginamandawu. What the hell is that? Ngisasimela isangoma esizongitshela ukuthi yini umndawu. I've been listening to many descriptions. Nibheda nonke.
Yeah.
No man. NdingumXhosa ndimthatha phi umndawu? Intoni yona loo nto leyo? AmaXhosa today, there is a battle kwaXhosa. Insimbi emhlophe, insimbi ebovu. Hayi ibhayili emhlophe, hayi ibhayili ebovu. Hey man, kuyaliwa manje. Ngoba manje kunamaXhosa athatha imikhuba yamaZulu yamabhayi nensimbi ezibovu bayifaka la kwaXhosa bathi bona banensimbi ebovu. Simhlophe thina kwaXhosa, singabahlekazi, sineqhamakho, basitshele insimbi ebovu. Udakiwe yini? Now you tell me before i-temperature yami ikhuphuka kakhulu.
Yeah.
Uthwasile. Right? Uyathefula. Right? Umama unasikhosana, Ndrebele. Right? Mawuthwasa wena uthwaseni. Sorry to expose you, but mawuthwasa wena uthwaseni. Uthwasa iSwati. Uthwasa isiNdebele. Uthwasa uThokoza. Uthwase iqhamakho. Uthwase iLesedi. Uthwasa umndawu. Unabalozi. Unamakhosi. Yeah man, why do we take electricity and call it so many different names? Ayikho one lento.
The containers.
Oh. So, si-computer ngamakhala wama-Tupperware. But the food inside the Tupperware was cooked in the same pot, Mos, right? So because your Tupperware is green, his Tupperware is yellow, his Tupperware is red, mine is purple. The food is suddenly different now. I've got purple rice in my purple kaftin. You've got orange rice in your orange kaftin. But the tastic comes from the same plastic tastic. Nabonugut, there's a problem here.
There's a problem.
Nabonugut, there's a problem here. Man memeza bat memeza idlozi umemezana. Belikuphi wakumele ulimemeza? Where was it?
Khehla ngithi mina ngifuna kubuya kule ndaba yemdawo ngoba iyasihlupha amanzawe.
Izana.
Have we not defined lamagama lawa nalabantu laba because bokubantu based on their ending? If amanzawo bokubantu babahamba somehow bahambe ngemanzi baphelela khona. If amanzawo kubantu ukuthi the source of their power is that water element, which is again part of the elements which exist. If amanzawo avela, like I've seen others, they are angry. And the questions that I had is, ubani? I mean, you know, I always go to basics. Ukwateleni. This is me. And ankwatanga. Are we not negotiating here? Because at the time you existed and the time I'm existing, it's parallel, it's meeting each other, which doesn't make that spirit with its power and me with my power, my modern power and the modern time I'm in, anyway competing. I'm saying lawo madlozi in the form that they appear and bafuna ukuvuka, and besides ukuvuka kwabo mabafuna ukuvuka bafuna igazi bayifunelani. What is that pact, you know? Why kufuneka ufele enye into ukuze ukuthi uvuke ngoba wafa wena? And I wanna just bafile they failed. They either failed or they completed or they were on the way of completing. But I'm not in a space to judge because I'm taking up. Angithi, it's like
It's relay.
it's relay. So negotiate yourself in my body, in my container. Tell me the voltage that I'll be operating in. Tell me what level you feel I'll be capable to reach. But it doesn't mean, Guti, because you think as idlozi or as a spirit that visits me, mntwanami uzokhona ukwenza ugcine la. That's what you think. But how am I
going to receive that?
Yeah, and how am I not supposed to question what if? What if I can actually go beyond? I need to see lapha. We're healing ourselves. But ngibuza bona ngithi beze kimi bangisukela bathi
Nkosi yamakhosi. Wena ntombi man, wena ntombi unalento bathini lento? Yini biza isehli isihlasela amafutha for everyone. Biza. Yini bioslim.
Herbex.
Iherbex nakuyoke. Une herbex la ikhanda wena ne? Awuphilanga kahle wena. But you're speaking the truth. How many people bangene einyangeni bangabuthinta utshwala? Bangabuthinta utshwala. Wathwasa waqeda. Akudakwa lokhu kwamkhize manje. Nomuntu bekangaphuza utshwala. But now every weekend udonsa suitcase uye emigidini. Suitcase ibuye ugcwele utshwala. Udakwe finish. How many people, and this is going to, in konje le show, unpopular opinion, angithi?
Yeah.
Lalela-ke, bayengaka abantu abangene ezimizini einyanga beabafana baphuma bagay? How many? Bangene as girls and came back as lesbian. How many? And we're going to sit back and shut up as if it's not happening. As if asiboni. Nenzani kanti bogobela nini? Nibenzani abantwana babantu? Why nibaguqula? Nibatshintsha ipondo? Why? What are you doing? What are you trying to achieve? And then we sit back and say, Unyanga lo. We have to sit and watch men dancing like women in front of us, saying, no, unokoko yena. We have to watch children drinking alcohol because bati home cool. If I was president, ubunyanga bengizobuvala mina for the next 15 years. Niboshwe sonke, siboshwe sonke. Thingizifake nami ngoba nginyanga. Siboshwe sonke. Sizophuma ejele after thorough investigation. Abanye benu niyazazi THO inthengisela certificate nina. Ama organization avuke etshanini wobunyanga lobu. Yes, what healing, what healing organization. Nithengisa certificate nina. Nithengisa certificate nina, siyazazi le certificate kudala siyibona. Khona omunye ngahlangana naye le East Rand eDavidton. Uzosithengisela imithi esontweni. Well, sithe esontweni because conventional language, but where we meet in our school. Uzosithengisela imithi. Ndoda, hawu, uthengisa imithi wena. Uthi angithi hawu okay, na imithi. Bese sesiyaxoxa ke manje. Ngithi webafu, hey, kahle uyoyilungisa nini lento yakini wena? Athi ini? Ngithi le yedlozi ekuhluphayo. Athi mina ngithwasile ungikhiphe inqwaba yama-beads phansi kwejezi. Wabamba kanje.
Yeah.
20 beads or something hanging on the same neck. Angithola. Different colors. When a blue, when a yellow, when a white, when a red, when a in, when a what. Uthi evidence. How mina ngithwasile phela. Ngithi Nkosi yami usindwe intamo. That's not proof ukuthi uthwasile. Your neck is just heavy. Oh, who don't is certificate ebhekini? Khohlwa fast.
Certificate.
Don't is certificate kwi-paper kwi-land biza le plastic flip file folder. Don't is certificate uthi no, so no certificate ngithwasile. Shana ngekhadi lakhe line photo. Nawo wonke lama beats. Smile kabi lapho uphethe ishow. Mkhulu Sibanibani. Here is my question to him. Wakwabani isibongo baba? Hayi ngikhuliswe umama nginesibongo sakabo mama. Ngakubamba galakatshana. Uthwasiswe ubani njani ungazi isibongo sikayihlo? How did you become what you say you are without knowing who you are? Akekho umuntu othwasela idlozi lakubo mama akhe bakithi asiyekeni ukutshela abantu amanga awuhlobani nomama akho lokuzalayo. You have different surnames. Ubaba makudla mina umama kuzikhosana. Wena ubani wena?
Baletha ubani?
Awunkosi yami asiyekeni ukutshela abantu amanga. Usikhosana uzobuyisa osikhosana la emzini kaDlamini. Kovuka osikhosana la kwaDlamini. So eventually lo muzi lo uzoshintsha isibongo ke manje.
Umdliwa.
Nakho ke ntombi, umdliwa ke loyo. Umuntu othwasela idlozi engasila kibo, uthwasela idlozi lesigebengu. Umdliwa. Ungena nje uvuka njani kwaDlamini usikhosana? Ufunani la? Wazwa ubani lo msamo wala ekhaya? Anikeni ukudlala ngabantu bakithi. Nifakela abantu otokoloshi nithi amadlozi la nikhanda iphoki nezilwane. Ziyacatshelwa lezi zinto uyayazi? Idlozi uyayigcabela enyangeni. Ufika umpumpumpu bakugabela inqolo la. Mababone. La.
Yeah.
Athi sikufaka idlozi. Le mashanganini, hayi khuleka, ukhaqidwa abazezangoma zamashangana. Ubabheke la emathangeni enyaweni. Banama line weingcabo, iline eqala la ephela la. Bafaka ubunyanga. Ngibuya khona ngithwasile mose ngitshela ngento engiyaziyo ngifunda nge-textbook. Ubunyanga buyagcatshelwa ngomuthi. Ngifaka izilwane la namathuna abantu agayiwe. Kuvuka ivenda, kumntwana omXhosa. Kanjani? Hayi umndawo wakhe. Ekhiphani lo Sathani demon lento. Amavenda afunani kwaXhosa? Kwingane yomXhosa. Hayi umndawo wakhe. Umndawo manje akusase umndawo sekuumvenda. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
I hear you.
Anikeni ukudlala ngathi bakithi. Wentombi. Yabona, my question to you is this. Here are 10 people. Can they all be sangomas in one family?
As in Themba, from what I've seen, empande zezangoma nabo Gobela. Mabakusesha because you are there, you open yourself to be investigated. Kuvele le inkinga ama-red lights. Bathi sizoyilungisa ngokuthi wena bamba nayo inkinga, nizoyithwasela leyo nkinga. So babalungisisa
Abantu bathwasela inkinga.
babalungisisa inkinga that are still vibrating low, because if leyo nkinga leyo ukuthi ubabakho wahlala wangalobola umamakho bakukwatele, so thwasa, so you taking up le nkinga leyo, you becoming umdliwa utokoloshi ozophatha le nkinga leyo ufe nayo, but so ilungisile, which means your child angeke asahlangana naleyo nkinga. Ufela ini? Are we taking roles in prison to pay for sins of? Hence I was saying earlier, Uti, lama what ifs are necessary.
Are very necessary.
Mabazoyiveza leyo nkinga bathi abo baba kwenziwa so. Angithi baloko bayadlana umidliwa yonke lento. I would want people to ask ukuthi manje mina ngingena phi? Angithi bayenze mina.
Precisely.
Bangenzile.
Umkhulu ufuna i-black label, angiphuzi, ngingenaphi?
If ungazazi, and I'm not saying people are gonna wake up in the same level, but if ungazazi uzoyingena vele lento uyenze
Okay.
uyithwale.
Uyithwala ibe yinto yakho, i-badge of honor. Hayi amakhehla mina, hayi amakhehla amaphuza i-black table, yiko ngiphuza uzoba isidawu. Now here's the thing. Bakithi, say now ngenwe idlozi, mina ngenwe idlozi lagogo, ugogo ozala uma, khokho kimi, right? Ukhokho kimi manje, there's a book I've read once, written by Askis Isangoma, and ningizwe kahle lana ngikhuluma ngobungoma, right? Angikhulumi ngama personal lifestyle choice wabantu. We must learn to differentiate. Your personal lifestyle choices are your own personal lifestyle choices. Angendawo futhi lapho. I cannot judge, I will not judge, and I should not judge. It's not my place. Ngikhuluma now about a science here, ubungoma. Ngingenwa yidlozi lesalukazi, ugogo. Ugogo uthi yena ufuna indoda. These are the excuses I've heard so many times. Ugogo, and I've read it in a book ebhalwe Isangoma esithwasile. Ngikhohlwa igama lakhe nje, but I think ugogo khona passed away now. But one of my daughters borrowed me that book ngayifunda. Uthi yena, she's a woman, right? Ungenwe idlozi lekhehla. And umkhulu wakhe loves sex. Right? Okay. Now this mkhulu is a grandfather of the grandfather of the father. You understand? Ukhokho. All right. In her book, she writes, umkhulu loved the young girls. 21 going down. Above that, umkhulu did not get the satisfaction. But when he was satisfied and he got a young girl, he would roar like a lion when he was finishing. Now, umkhulu having sex with a child below 21. Now let's look at lo mkhulu. Ubaba kababa kababa. Having sex, let's say that it happened physically. Let's say ubuyile vele umkhulu physically. Now, umkhulu wakho wena ubona umntwana ona 19, 20, who is the grandchild of the grandchild of the grandchild to you. And you feel sexually attracted to that. Elijani elidlozi lakho. Ngoba lelo elakho asilazi thina. Alikho universal.
Edlozi lelo belidla abantu. Belithwala. By if it's virgin blood, maybe it was looking for. Liloko lichuba lifuna logo. So it's not attraction. It's not. But for lawo mandla.
For lawo man.
To evoke kuthi awavuselele. Lawo la satisfy yena in his brokenness.
Okay. Ugesi endlini uvuselela kanjani? The voltage of electricity running through your household. Can you vuselela?
Isn't it a current that's ongoing?
Constant.
It's energy.
All right, thank you. Manje leli dlozi livuselelwayo. Yidlozi or is it an entity? Yinto umdliwa.
Ngithi mina le dlozi lelo liwile from the current. It wants to get back. But now
from the current.
In what method does it want to come back? Ekufana inyathela abantu ufuna idle. Hence we come back to the things, the pacts of blood. Ukugaba, ukungenisa izinto again in the blood. Our DNA doesn't need to be altered. The blood. And when you were saying earlier, I want to bring this up again. Lendaba ye gender. I mean, we're in a time where there's a gender war between the male and the female, which used to be one thing. But if a seed of an orange is planted back in the soil, most of the time, depending how deep the breeding that happened to that seed, kuzokhula isihlahla se-lemon
Mhm.
because in fact lime, because that is the original fruit lawo ma-interbreeds. So when people open themselves up so much ngebudlapha okungakacinanga, they're allowing loyo muntu, let's say loyo Gobela, to tap into that and actually alter. But now, what balance is this person who's now getting into their feminine side, which will come through as a female? What is it trying to balance? Because
What is it trying to balance? Because abogogo, but I did say I don't believe in plurality of idlozi. Idlozi is singular. It's one. So agna ninabogogo nabomkhulu nedlozi. That's it. But lelo dlozi has come to me in the image of ugogo. Abogogo, multiple gogos. Is that saying now I must be feminine, or is it saying there's a feminine quality in me that I need to pay attention to? Which is it?
I actually like how you put it, because in all that is there, that exists, if kuzovuka leyo nto efuna kuzilungisa yona, because I mean there's always conflict emadlozini. Bayalwa balelwa wena ngithi you're the existing form now. So mokuzovuka lona for that time and season, that's where the question comes. Ufunani, ufuna kenzani for isikhathi esingakanani? Sikudlulisa kanjani? Angithi ufuna dluliso.
And then once that is done, kuyadlula.
And if
ngithanda le ntombi le ikhuluma iqiniso.
If ledlozi lelo lifuna ukuthi ulaphe, it must be very clear. Lingaziniki amandla lithi yakuvuka emini sekuphila mina kuwe, uphila njani kimi ufile, you know? And but hence I'm saying negotiate. Let's asiphilisane.
Asizwe
But ungavuki ngoba wena ufuna kuvuka. Unless it's again the issue of abantu bayalethwa bayabizwa, babizelwa beze ekhaya lakho. So ubizelwe nami uzophila emzimbeni wami, ucelile akacele. And the relationship should be balanced, you know? So I'm saying akundluliswe, but akabe ne-method ukuthi angibisele the way bengingakhona. If ukuthi ngifuna kubuyela ngibe mfazi. Yeah. And what if ngizovukelwa uyo ikhehla, ngithi basitshela bathi hayi wena unekhehla. Ikhehla lakho alifuni madoda. Sitshelwa izinto ezinjalo.
Uzoqhubeka kanjani nempilo ke wena?
Yeah, and then if mina ngithi okay, ngifuna indoda mina. Ima kancane, you know? Take your place. Hlehla la ufuna uhlehla khona. Asitshelane, you know, because at the end of the day, we are going towards an ending or a beginning somewhere. It must be one of those two. So we can't go on i-method yakho ekhlule la ufe khona esikhathini sakho.
Ubuyaphi wena? Awuthathwaphi?
You see what I'm saying? So it's again like technology. I heard recently, a few days ago, technology, togology is the same thing. So it's altering. It's those
taking
abilities,
what is and making it something else.
So allow me, Uguti, with what we are capable to do now with those forms that, you know, allow me to explore, to try to find solutions too. Ungafiki kimi, and I'm not tarnishing people's uses of things. Ungafiki kimi ukuthi idlozi lifuna ukugezwa ngecoke nangebisi. And I'm saying my digestive system, lento le mohlanganisa la kimi, it becomes acidic and it will build disease. Unless ungathi kimi, you have power beyond to make my organs.
Uzo altara nale acidity ye coke.
Ingayenzeki like because ufuna ungibulala phela. You know? So unless you can say that, and if bangakhulumi, I still have a right ukuthi angizwa. Hayi ukuthi ngiyadelela, angizwa. Come back and speak in my language. You know?
It's sad that me and you are sitting here and talking about this. And I'm very passionate about this. I'm sure you picked up, you know. The reason why I'm very passionate about this is that a couple of people, you know. And in all of those people, It's not all of them who have beautiful stories to tell about me, right? It's not all of them that I successfully helped. You understand? Bakhona bangenile bathwasa, they didn't finish the process, they left, you know? It's nobody's failure. It's just that I was probably not the right person to finish the process for them at the time, you know? Yeah, we can point each other's fingers. Yeah, because you had big eyes. No, it was because you had a big head. But no, because you couldn't sing. No, because when Nabo stay funga gwazukita, you understand? But it has nothing to do with that, really. Really, when we're all sitting back and thinking, I probably lied to myself somewhere and told myself, I can heal this person, knowing ukuthi angeke ngikhona ukumlapha lo. I don't even know yini lemphethe. Or you lied to yourself and said, this person is taking me out of my comfort zone. They want me to face myself as I am, but I've been denying my truth all my life. Now it's very uncomfortable for me. And in my experience, that's 95% the reason why a lot of people don't finish the process. Because they perceive your efforts in corrective treatment, in correcting them, as forcing them to come out of their comfort zone. There's this comfort zone thing. You know, I'm comfortable here in my pain. I'm comfortable in my trauma. I'm comfortable in this that I know of myself. And making me change that is altering my whole reality. But as you said, allow what is building you to build you. And siyahluleka singabantu most of the time. But ngifuna ukuthi sithathe ibreak intombi. Ngisafuna ukuyoshunqisa lapha phandle. Ngibonile kunempepho lapha ekhulayo. Ngifuna ukuyophahla. Sizobuya. Masibuya la ntombi. I really want us now to touch into it's good, it's fine, it's right, it's funny, it's trending, it's whatever it is, to point out the wrongs, you know?
Yeah.
But can we point out the rights? Can we point out the how then to correct? Because we've pointed out, and this is just the tip of the iceberg. This is not even the whole compendium yalento. I mean, today you go on social media, ungathaka tu boss wakho emsebenzini, you know? There are people who are giving you list yemithi. Ukuthi ya thatha ispikiri usibophe ngecopper wire, usihenge phansi kwekhandlela, uthele phezulu icornflakes, ufake nama-popcorn. They telling people that, you know? Sizofa bakwethu nizosithakathisa ngeyilima. Aniyekeni lento niyenzayo ukufaka ama-raise ema-cokeini neyipikiri. Bakwethu, some people are psychopaths out there. They're going to watch this nonsense and they're going to practice it and try it. Especially ingane zethu bakwethu. You know, power is such a drug. And if anything gives me the illusion of I can be more powerful than someone else, asifune ni fame kahle, you know? Asiyekeni ukupromote man, sizofa ntombi.
Siyazibulala. Suicide missions.
Sizofa. Asihambe ntombi siyophuza amanzi. Sizobuya sibabone laba base-South Africa lawo. Sixoxe nawo. Mangwane, nali ingwane lakini la liyakhuluma la. Yasefula intombi. Asihambe intombi sibayeke. Give thanks.
Give thanks.